back to Beyond the Award, a podcast by Visions. I am Dani and today I'm here with Garrett Blankenship, one of our multi-line reps. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Garrett.
Hi guys, Garrett Blankenship. I'm out here in the Rocky Mountain states, so Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Wyoming, and yeah, I've been a multi-line rep for about 6 years, and um, I actually love the awards and recognition category now. But I have to tell a quick backstory of how, like, when I first started with Visions, I had the first conversation with the team, and they were like offering me the territory and stuff, and I was like, oh, I just went into the meeting with a closed mind, very closed mind, where I was like, I'm not going to be a trophy salesman. That's just not something I want to do. And so fast forward in the conversation, I was educated about how the category is so lucrative, so exciting, so modern, especially with Visions. Not the entire category. I would say Visions is the best, obviously, but I think I was just educated on how easy it is to sell this category and how often distributors look over the category. And so basically, I got very excited about Visions and I took on the line, and I've been with them for about two, maybe going on 3 years now. And it's great. I love it.
All right, so Garrett, anybody who's followed your social media knows you love to be in on the trends with fun videos and stuff like that. So what kind of trends do you see in social media, how they correlate to awards and recognition, and then just trends in the awards and recognition category?
Of course. I think first off, I would just say that the trends on social media sometimes apply to our industry, sometimes don't. They sometimes apply to our category as awards and recognition, sometimes they don't. You can always incorporate them, but sometimes I like to be original. And a lot of times I like to be original. I come up with crazy ideas, some cringy ones, some funny ones, some just, trying to stay on brand for myself. But talking about brands, I mean, I feel like all of my brands, they're leaders in their category, and as a multi-line rep, so Visions is a leader in their category. They set the trends, really and truly. And so I mean, we're super amazing at optical crystal, one of the staples in our industry. But I would say trend wise, modern wise, some of our mixed materials, like our Boulder collection, where we have concrete and resin. It's beautiful. Nobody does it as good as us. I mean, we have perpetual awards where, we got the drop where you dropping little tokens in as somebody achieves something in their work. And then you've got, that same category of perpetual awards. You've got some that we stick magnets on, custom acrylic shapes. I mean, I'm telling you, one of my favorite ones to sell is the MVP, where um, you can do anything. My sample is a nurse's like scrub top, right?
Yeah.
But you could do it for anything. I usually say, like, I work with a lot of distributors that do construction. We could make that a bulldozer and put whatever shape of magnets on the bulldozer. We
Yeah.
have an exceptional custom department. I mean, nobody touches us when it comes to custom. And so that's what gets me really excited about Visions, is that they are with the trends, but no, they're not just with the trends, they set the trends.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. Um, you definitely touched on some big trends in the industry right now, like mixed materials, perpetual awards, stuff like that, that Visions loves excelling in, loves experimenting with. So I'm glad that some of those products are your favorite to sell, because we love experimenting with those types of products and seeing that stuff. Another big trend that I've seen in the industry, and so I'd like your thoughts on it, are like the frequency of recognizing employees. And you mentioned perpetual awards, and I think that would be like a great opportunity to see a perpetual award. What are your thoughts?
I mean, perpetual awards, you can recognize employees at the lowest cost, really. I mean, you're giving them little tokens or little magnets just, randomly, and it's something meaningful though. We live in a culture now where people want to be recognized for the littlest things. And I mean, I say this in most of my sales calls where I mean, people are being recognized for making the best cup of coffee in an office. People are being recognized for these little things, and it goes a long way, though. I mean, maybe some people call our culture, our society soft or something like that. Well, no, maybe we just want like words of affirmation all the time. That's fine. Like, do it, and it's there's very affordable ways at Visions to do so, and it's just going to keep your employees around, keep your employees engaged, keep the culture of a business just like very positive energy and something everybody wants to be around. So I see that a lot with our perpetual awards.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like doing those little things on a regular basis goes such a long way in the long run.
It's like any relationship, right? You got to keep
Yeah.
that fire.
Another trend that I've seen a lot is eco-friendly, sustainable products. Um, Out of all of Vision's eco products, what would you say are your top sellers, your favorite to sell, or your just favorites in general?
Yeah, I'm gonna twist this a little bit. I think first is perpetual awards, how it's kind of eco-friendly because you have the reusable aspect of it. It's one big award, and then over time you add the magnets, you add the tokens, so it's using less materials, right?
Yeah.
That's my ultimate favorite to talk about. But then moving on from there, I just love the different materials we have within the line, and we have a lot of cork, we have a lot of wood. Those are very it's they're just creative. I would say that's the strength of Visions.
We talked about a number of different award types, mixed materials, eco-friendly, perpetual, and the likes. Visions, we love talking about custom awards. Garrett,
Mhm.
what's your experience with custom awards in the industry and with Visions?
I would say when it comes to custom abilities, out of all my 10 lines, Visions has the biggest capacity for custom. I would say there's so many times where distributors approach me and with a crazy project doesn't even like cross my mind that we can do it. And Vision's like, oh, we can do it. We have the materials for it. There was this one funny type of opportunity. This is years ago. It was like right after I brought on the line, and they came to me. They were asking for vases, like for flowers, and I was like, I have no idea who can do that. But then I reached out to Visions, and they're like, Oh yeah, we can do it. The project didn't actually happen, but it's one of those deals where we can do anything. And if we have the materials for it, we have the time, we all have the energy. I mean, I tell you what, that's one of the biggest things I'm so grateful about with Visions is they are a true supplier partner. They have the energy to back any project. We're just like one big happy family that, come alongside you and actually partner with you for that certain project. And so when you do have a custom opportunity, reach out to Visions. I mean, I tell you what, we have a crazy, awesome, just a great custom team that are just super creative with concepts, designs that we can help you with, and it's just a smooth process dealing with Vision's custom department.
Yeah, they are always so full of ideas. Um, Definitely outside the box thinkers. And whether you have an idea already established or you have no idea where to start, they are the best at helping you through that process.
Yeah, it's like their favorite thing to do. Makes their day for you to reach out to them. So it's great, and I mean that's why again I've said this multiple times throughout this conversation is Visions is one of my favorite lines to work with because we are so like-minded. Like we love the creative side of the business, and so if you're struggling with an idea, you bring it to us just with the bare bones of it. We can really make that thing come to life.
We talked about trends, we talked about your social media. What's one trend that you love and one that you wish was absolutely not a trend?
I actually was talking about this. So I've got one of my best friends from college. His name's Judge Hanson. What's up, Judge? He is a real estate photographer and videographer down in Central Texas. And the dude is one of the most creative, funny guys I know. And so, with real estate agents, he's has to be kind of buttoned up. But with in this industry, I fly him out like every other month for my content for the What the Blank Wednesdays, the last like 20 something week. So, sorry, 20 something weeks. And so that all being said, he was just here this last weekend. We made 10 videos in a weekend, and we were discussing trends, and we just laugh at some of these trends that I just think are just cringy. And don't get me wrong, I am one of the most cringy people out there, for sure. But I will say, just for us, like we're just like, no, we're not doing that. We can't do that. There's too many people doing it. We want to stand out. We don't want to just be followers. And so one of the ones that we were talking about was the Bugatti thing, where it's
Mm-hmm.
like on social media they would like say it's that song. It's like I woke up in a new Bugatti, and then somebody like basically pulls their
What's
legs off the screen, and it looks like you're just going like super fast off the screen, and it looks like you're driving a car or whatever. And he was like, "We should do that." And I was like, "We ain't doing that. It's just one of those deals. Like we just ain't doing that. It just doesn't apply to what I want to accomplish on social media." Same thing going with like that Nicki Minaj challenge. I had no idea where that came from, where you're standing on one leg. I actually did appreciate some people's versions of it though, like holding all their swag and stuff. It would be cool to like maybe hold some, award recognition products in your hand and do that on one leg. But I don't know. It's just
I might have
those
to get on our
types
team
of
about that.
maybe, but then you're too late. You're too late.
Oh, true,
So it's
true.
it's one of those deals that you have to hop on the trends early and be like one of the first ones to do it in our industry. Or if you're like not, I just don't want to be a part of it. So I need to do a little bit better job personally of maybe hopping on those trends quicker. But I would say again, like what I said earlier, I just want to be original. But so that those are the ones that eh, I don't really like those types of trends. But then let me think of a trend that I do like. I think mainly the ones that are like visually pleasing. I really tried a couple weeks ago to do a trend where when you're scrolling through Instagram, it looks like your Instagram post is cut in half, and you're
Oh,
like
yeah, I
pouring
know what you're talking
water
about.
from like through like the caption and onto the next post. I liked how visually pleasing it was, but I did not like how visually pleasing mine was. I couldn't get it perfect. And so I just posted something, and the water was kind of off part of the time, but it was very hard to accomplish, and the editing and stuff was very challenging. So I like the ones that are like super visually pleasing, the ones that have really clean edits, the like really clean um you know, switches of the scene and stuff like that. I really do like those ones. I wouldn't say they're maybe, I don't know if they're trends necessarily, but I would say that those are the ones that really stick out to me when I'm scrolling through social media and being very
Yeah.
unproductive. So you know how it goes
No,
sometimes.
there's definitely like a style element. I got you. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Yeah.
Makes hope everybody watching goes and follows you. We'll tag you on all your socials here, so get
Boom.
hopefully a few followers. Um,
Mama, I'm gonna be famous.
Alrighty. Well, thanks
Thank you
again,
so much,
Garrett,
Danielle.
and it was good to
Yeah,
see
thanks
you.
for having me. Awesome. Well, I'll see y'all next time.